custody. Mr. Chail, on count 1, the sentence is one of 44 months' imprisonment. On count 2, the sentence is one of 16 months' imprisonment. On count 3, the sentence is one of 48 months' imprisonment with an extended licence period.
This is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. These are some updates coming from London, and don't forget to send your stories to news@scarcitystudios.com for inquiries or promotion. The man has admitted treason offences after gaining entry to the grounds of Windsor Castle armed with a crossbow, and he has been jailed for 9 years following an investigation by the Met Counter-Terrorism Command. Jaswant Chail from Southampton, who is 21 years old, was arrested by police in Windsor Castle on the 25th of December 2021. He was carrying a loaded crossbow and wearing black clothing and a metal mask when he told the police that he was there to kill Queen Elizabeth II. Jaswant pled guilty to the Treason Act and other charges relating to the incident at an earlier court appearance, and he was sentenced on the 5th of October at the Old Bailey to 9 years in a hybrid order, meaning he will serve half of it in a mental health facility and the remainder of it in prison. Commander Dominic Murphy from the Counter-Terrorism Command said that Chail was planning his attack for several months, and up until the point of his arrest, he was trying to cause harm to the Queen. He goes on to say the professionalism, skill and bravery of the officers involved stopped this from becoming a really serious incident, and the fact that nobody came to harm was down to the way they handled the situation. An extremely thorough investigation was carried out after Chail was arrested, and vast amounts of evidence was gathered by detectives, and this led him to plead guilty to all the offences. On the day that it took place, on Christmas Day 2021, it was 8 AM and 2 officers were on duty in Windsor Castle when they saw Chail coming towards them at around 8:10. Chail was there to kill the Queen, he said, and he was on the castle grounds at the time. One of the officers drew their taser and ordered Chail to put the crossbow down, and he was arrested. He was later detained under the Mental Health Act, and due to the nature of the incident, it was referred to the terrorism unit. They found that Chail had travelled to Windsor Castle on the 23rd of December, 2 days before he actually went there with a crossbow. He made a video of himself also saying that he wanted to harm the Queen, and he sent this to a group of contacts before he was arrested. I've never covered anybody being convicted of a treason offence, and this is under the Treason Act 1842, and also threats to kill and possession of an offensive weapon. So hopefully he can get the help that he needs inside the Mental Health Institute, and he can make a full recovery. And this story, I really want to hear what people have to say. In some other news coming from London as well, this is an update to a story that I covered on the 3rd of October when it broke in Brixton and the murder of a 22-year-old male. He has now been identified as Keelan Morris Wong, and he was from the Brixton area. His family will be supported by specially trained police after he was found dead at 4:45 on Tuesday the 3rd of October after reports of a stabbing on Cold Harbour Lane in Brixton, South London. Our reporter Dave Nathan went to the scene, and also there was footage earlier on from locals that was at the scene that showed the police trying to save the young man's life. A post-mortem examination was held 2 days later, and Detective Inspector Kevin Martin said the awful attack took place in broad daylight in front of people that were just going about their business. I don't underestimate the impact such a horrific incident can have on anybody that saw it. We heard from a number of people that witnessed it, and they have spoken to the police, and an arrest has been made, and we are making significant progress in relation to the murder investigation. And the latest update is that 2 people have been charged in connection to the murder of Keelan Morris. A 23-year-old male called Kaiser Sandiford of Merton was arrested on the 3rd of October and will appear at Magistrates Court on the 7th of October, charged with Keelan's murder. He was also charged with possession of an offensive weapon. A 15-year-old boy who was arrested 2 days later and cannot be named for legal reasons was arrested for murder and also possession of an offensive weapon, but he has been bailed pending further inquiry. Another 15-year-old boy was arrested on the 6th of October on suspicion of murder, and he has also been bailed until January. So my condolences to the family of Keelan, and we'll definitely keep you updated on the outcome of this trial. Please don't forget to pay your respects in the comments as well. And I believe there's some footage circulating of his father that was speaking out. I think you can find that on Twitter and also Facebook as well in Brixton. And in relation to another update on a murder in Sutton, we covered this story several days ago, but the victim wasn't identified, and a 17-year-old male has been charged with the murder of Luke Blackmore, who is the victim. And a murder investigation was launched after police were called at 9 p.m. on Monday the 2nd of October to reports that a 42-year-old male had been found suffering stab wounds outside an address on Typhoon Way. Police and the ambulance service attended and treated him at the scene, but sadly, despite their best efforts, he died of his injuries. So my condolences to the friends and family of Luke Blackmore, and we'll definitely keep you updated on the outcome of that trial. In some more recent news, on the 5th of October, police were called at 10 to 10 to reports of gunshots heard on Shuttleworth Road in SW11. Police and the ambulance service attended, and at the scene they found a male believed to be aged in his 20s, and they immediately provided emergency first aid, but despite their best efforts he died at the scene. A formal identification was due to take place, and Detective Chief Inspector Neil John from the Crime Command said, "This is a tragic incident where a young man has lost his life on the streets of Battersea. Our thoughts are with his family, and they continue to struggle with the terrible news of his death." Detective Chief Superintendent Claire Callan said that she wanted to reassure the community that homicide detectives from the Crime Command were working tirelessly to try to find out who's responsible for this murder. And the latest update on this story is that the victim of the fatal shooting in Battersea has been identified, and police said they found 21-year-old RICO Andrews injured and immediately provided first aid, but despite their best efforts he died at the scene. A post-mortem has gave his cause of death as a gunshot wound to the chest. And our reporter Dave Nathan went to the scene that shows it's cordoned off and a tent erected in an archway under a building. Forensic officers were seen gathering evidence, and most of the area was cordoned off for the majority of the day. At one point there was even crawling across the floor to try to find minute bits of evidence that could really help to get a conviction for the victim's family. So my condolences to the friends and family of RICO Andrews, and we'll definitely keep you updated on any charges or trial that follow from that story. I really appreciate you joining me for this roundup of London news, and I've got some more updates coming later on today. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and follow on social media as well at Scarcity Studios. Peace.